bathroom, guy. If you give us a second, we'll take you to the station, and you will use the bathroom, okay? We'll take it quick. Is that fair? Yeah. All right. Deal with this officer from your area. All right. Damn, what?
Out of the law, the right decision was made. It's just that it's a damn shame that he gets to lean on the letter of the law. And the state of Nevada and the parole committee had to lean on the letter of the law because he's somebody that I believe doesn't only deserve to be in jail, he deserved to be under.
Tank is hung him up. Shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up. He done. Tank is done.
When you
Period.
say done, you mean like not fighting anymore?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something sort, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, give him 4 Lamborghinis.
The boxing world froze when news broke that Gervonta "Tank" Davis's fight with Jake Paul had been called off. This wasn't just another last-minute delay or a contract issue. It was serious. Days before the fight, Tank was hit with a civil lawsuit accusing him of assaulting and abducting his wife, allegations that could end his career. Within hours, Jake Paul's team and Netflix pulled the plug on what was supposed to be one of the biggest crossover events of the decade, the bad boy of boxing versus the self-made YouTube showman. Now, everything's in chaos, and it seems Gervonta Davis may have lost it all. Let's break down what happened, what these allegations mean, and whether this truly marks the end of Tank's career.
Money you got, you know how hard it is getting out that bed to go run early in the morning and gym for hours, and you know you looking at 20 million easy. You own all this real estate, you rich. You don't have to do this ever again. Then the compounding interest, like let's say 20 million in the bank. He get 5% off of that, so he probably making 500,000 in interest. He's not even spending his money. So it's like, hell yeah, he out of here.
It all started just 2 weeks before the fight, a record-breaking Netflix event in the making. Gervonta "Tank" Davis was deep in training camp, preparing to face Jake Paul in Miami, when everything came crashing down. His ex-girlfriend, Courtney Russell, filed a lawsuit in Miami-Dade County Court accusing him of battery, aggravated assault, kidnapping, and false imprisonment. The complaint claims Davis attacked her at the nightclub where she worked, and that it wasn't the first time. According to her statement, Tank allegedly abused and choked her on at least 4 separate occasions. She's now seeking both compensatory and punitive damages and says she's undergoing treatment for PTSD following the alleged assaults.
Paul, Gervonta "Tank" Davis, the fight is in jeopardy. There's another, yes, I said another domestic abuse allegation against Gervonta Davis, and that may either destroy, postpone, change the entire event. There's been a lot of allegations against Tank. When things like this happen over and over, I think this is his 4th or maybe 5th allegation of domestic abuse, you kind of start to have to look at the person that's being accused of such and go, why do you keep ending up in these situations? And the way it's described, we've even seen Tank do some of the things already on camera. I don't think that's something that Netflix is wanting to be a part of at that point. I don't know if Jake wants to be involved with somebody like that, which is why
The news sent shockwaves through Jake Paul's camp. His company, Most Valuable Promotions, announced the next day that they were investigating the situation, but behind the scenes, it didn't take long to make a decision. Within 48 hours, the fight was officially canceled. Their statement read, "We will not be going ahead with this event, but our plan remains for Jake Paul to headline a Netflix event in 2025. In other words, they cut ties with Tank immediately. This isn't the first time Gervonta Davis has faced legal trouble, and if it were, fans might have been more forgiving. But over the years, Tank's issues outside the ring have increasingly overshadowed his achievements inside it.
The famous South Florida fighter bonded out less than an hour ago.
Now, he's accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend in front of their children. CBS News Miami's Trish Christakis is live at the jail in West Miami-Dade with details on the
In 2020, a viral video showed Gervonta Davis grabbing the mother of his child by the neck at a charity event, leading to his arrest on domestic violence charges. Similar charges resurfaced in 2022, though that case was later dropped.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
In 2023, Davis was sentenced to 90 days of house arrest and 3 years of probation for a hit-and-run accident in Baltimore that injured 4 people. The incident left fans questioning whether Tank was spiraling out of control. Things got worse when he violated the terms of his house arrest, resulting in time behind bars.
Again?
Yeah, again.
You know, I mean, hey, look, I actually like Tank Davis. He's a good, he's a good kid. He's a good fighter, a great fighter, actually. He's one of my favorites. Yeah, just get your... That's it, basically. Just shit, you don't hit women, man.
The new 2025 lawsuit paints an even darker picture, one that could completely destroy Tank's reputation. Everything shifted the moment the case went public. Nikisa Bidarian, Jake Paul's manager, released a firm statement declaring that Most Valuable Promotions strongly opposes all forms of violence and would have no further association with Davis.
Canceling the fight, saying Most Valuable Promotions immediately initiated an investigation. No, I had the wrong one. Okay, I'm reading this one. Most Valuable Promotions and Netflix have announced that Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis, the one I was reading was the one from late last week, originally scheduled for Friday, November 14th at the Kaseya Center in Miami, Florida, will no longer be moving forward. Quote, our team has worked closely with all parties to navigate this situation responsibly, said Nikisa Bidarian, CEO of MVP. While we will not be moving forward with this event, our plan remains for Jake Paul to headline an event on Netflix in 2025. And that is what I'm hearing as well. They want him to fight in December. That is the hope. And they're actively looking for a opponent. More on that in a moment. Details regarding a new date, location, Jake's opponent, and additional bouts will be shared as soon as they are finalized. We thank Netflix, Kaseya Center, Seminole Hard Rock and Hotel and Casino for their partnership.
Sponsors quickly began pulling out of their deals, and Netflix removed all the promotional teasers it had already produced. Even Showtime, which had previously partnered with Tank, went silent and stopped mentioning the event altogether.
Pulled up to Tootsie's and up a girl, dragged her through the parking lot and in the face, and it's like, bro.
Okay.
Like,
wait, but how do you know that happened?
It's a lawsuit. Miami Dade is coming. There's video, like everything, bro. He did this public. Like, you have to understand this guy.
With Gervonta's future now uncertain, Jake Paul's team wasted no time moving forward. Reports suggest that Most Valuable Promotions is already planning a new Netflix headliner for December. Potential opponents being discussed include Ryan Garcia, Nate Diaz, Andre Ward, Terrence Crawford, and even Francis Ngannou.
The Jake Paul Tank Davis fight has officially been canceled. It is off. It is not happening on November 14th. It is not happening in 9 days' time in Miami on Netflix, and I don't think it's ever happening. So if you weren't a fan of this fight, I think you got your wish. Now,
Jake Paul has always been a smart businessman who knows how to turn controversy into attention. But this time, he's keeping his distance. We do not condone violence. Gervonta Davis will not be part of the show, his team stated firmly. A Netflix representative later admitted that the message hit hard, noting that when a global media giant like Netflix publicly distances itself from you, it's no longer about money. It's a battle to protect your name.
Pick up the phone, champ. I've been calling you. Pick up. Let's make the fight happen. Pick up the phone, man. Stop playing.
It's it's shocking how fast everything unraveled. Just months ago, Gervonta "Tank" Davis was being hailed as boxing's next big star. Despite the controversy surrounding his fight with Lamont Roach, he seemed untouchable, thanks to his lightning speed, marketability, and close ties to Floyd Mayweather.
I was training for something like this. Obviously, smaller guy. How was this in the training aspect, Jake?
Yeah, just a lot of punching down, practicing, hitting below my knees, and a lot of speed.
He warming up.
We're
now.
sparring.
That's what we need.
We're sparring.
Warm up.
Some
I know
8-year-olds. I got the 8-year-olds in there.
If I find out anything, I'm gonna beat your ass and I'm gonna beat Jaden Love ass. On my mama, I'm gonna beat both of y'all ass. On my mama. And he laughing. You know, he laughing.
What are you talking about?
What
does he have to do with this?
Let anything. You know what I'm talking about. Let anything. Nah, I don't have to say it right now. Don't worry about it. I don't gotta say it up here. Let anything happen. And I'ma show you and him. Bet.
Tank Davis wasn't just a boxer. He was a cultural figure, backed by hip-hop, famous fans, and relentless social media buzz, making him the most famous fighter of his era. But now, he faces a setback that might be impossible to recover from. This isn't about a loss in the ring. It's about being dropped by an entire industry. Fans and experts are worried because the situation could escalate beyond a civil dispute. While the lawsuit seeks monetary damages, the allegations, aggravated assault, kidnapping, and intentionally causing mental distress, could trigger criminal charges if authorities decide to investigate further. The alleged incident took place in Florida, which enforces strict domestic violence laws, putting Tank's legal team on high alert. So far, neither Davis nor his lawyers have commented, and his social media has gone silent. No training clips, interviews, or statements. For a man whose reputation was built on being outspoken and fierce, this silence speaks volumes. The boxing world has reacted quickly, and the response has been split.
The feeling was like in the ring, and was it to get the towel out, to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on? And
I didn't want to get caught. While my eyes was burning, and you know, like, you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than, you know. But I didn't really know that you can like get disqualified for all that, or like when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know. It's cool.
Some fighters express concern, saying Tank needs help, while others, like Ryan Garcia, didn't hold back in their criticism.
Has been canceled because of new charges that came up on Gervonta. You heard it here first. Hit the thumbs up on the video. Make sure you share the video. The fight is off as we know it right now.
Going into 2025, Gervonta "Tank" Davis held a record of 30 wins, 28 by knockout. He was poised to be the face of the lightweight division, a once-in-a-generation puncher with the kind of power reminiscent of Mayweather. Yet over the years, his greatest threat wasn't another boxer in the ring. It was himself.
Over and out with, but I feel like Gervonta is a hell of a fighter, but he needs to get his mental together. When I hear some of his interviews and I see some of the stuff that he's saying, I can just tell that he's not in love with the sport no more. I can tell that he didn't get his just due. I mean, it was crazy to hear that he said he got evicted.
Tank Davis's career has been more stop and go than any champion should be, plagued by court appearances, suspensions, and public scandals. And this time, there may be no comeback. Facing both legal battles and public scrutiny, winning one fight won't fix everything. His future now depends on three things: the outcome of the case, public redemption, and the politics of promotion. If the case worsens, his boxing license could be revoked permanently. He'll need to rebuild.
We can do that. What we cannot do is debate who's the most exciting fighter, who's the biggest box office attraction in boxing. That would happen to be Gervonta Davis. We just got to accept it. I think that Frank Martin is a talented fighter. He'll make some things happen down the line in the future, but we'll never look at him the same after that destruction. Not to say that we won't respect him, but we'll never look at him the same because he got destroyed by Gervonta Davis. And that's no shame, that's no slouch, but damn, still in all, if you get destroyed, you get destroyed. Gervonta Davis is the #1 box office attraction. Who I want to see him against next is Shakur Stevenson. I don't want to see him against Devin Haney because Devin Haney has proven to me that he's not a good punch taker. I want to see Gervonta Davis in the ring with somebody perceived as having enough power.
Public trust to fight again, and major promoters are unlikely to work with someone under police investigation. This raises a long-standing question in boxing. How much can the sport thrive without its top athletes? Historically, stars like Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather were protected despite legal troubles, but the landscape is changing with streaming platforms like Netflix. For them, Tank Davis isn't indispensable. They have Crawford and Jake Paul, and they prioritize brand safety. For the first time in his career, no one may be able to save him.
First off, don't watch Tank. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? You support it, then what you doing? You can't not support and support at the same time, right? So if you're a boxing purist, then this fight with Roach is really more for you. It's going to be more up your alley, you know? If you just like all entertainment, all fights, all hypes, all everything, then you're going to want to tune in to the Tank and Paul show there, you know, because that's all for entertainment. What is it? For entertainment purposes only, right? It's just say like somewhere in the small print of the promotion. For entertainment, don't do this at home, kids. You know, so fine.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer. For entertainment purposes only, you know. So, you know, it's money-making purposes only.
It's heartbreaking because Tank was exceptional in the ring. Fans still felt the magic of boxing through his speed, timing, and devastating one-punch power. Yet outside the ropes, he couldn't escape his problems. His career is now in turmoil, fights suspended, legal issues mounting, and a public image crumbling. Even if the allegations prove false, the damage to his reputation is already done.
About what it does for the sport, I think, and I get it, like I was very open and honest with my last fight and the things around it. Tried not to be before because I didn't want anyone to, you know, not be excited for what was a good fight on paper, definitely. But when you kind of lose that love for the craft and the discipline, and getting in the ring don't mean as much as it did when you was growing up and on the way up. I've kind of seen that in Tank. Now, he had a hard fight against Lamont Roach Jr. and that might have been a part of it. Like, wow, man, this is getting hard against fighters that I think I'm levels above, and turned out on the night that I wasn't. And not only that, we're prize fighters. I hope, for the little people of the world, I hope Jake Paul gets absolutely starched by someone.
Netflix is gone for him, and he's lost the most money he's ever made, possibly even his entire job. Gervonta Davis's story is still unfolding, but it can't continue like this. The question isn't whether he can fight again. It's whether he can repair his reputation. Right now, the boxing world isn't asking when Tank will return to the ring. They want a clear yes or no. Has Gervonta Davis thrown away everything he worked for? Or is there still a chance for redemption in the ring? Share your thoughts below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.